When it comes to killers I want to see in DBD that have huge horror elements but aren't exactly from anything core horror related, Scarecrow is without a doubt one of those killers. Now I'm sure Scarecrow needs no introduction, but in short, Scarecrow is a master chemist who created fear toxin, a toxin that infects people, making them hallucinate seeing Scarecrow, brings their personal fears to life in their own head, lose their minds. The toxin is basically the recipe for a nightmare that you don't want to be affected by, considering it's quite literally nightmare fluid produced into gas. But he uses fear toxin in order to instill fear upon those who either wronged him or for his own personal gain. Scarecrow is one of Batman's greatest foes and is definitely one that I feel should have a place in DBD besides the Joker. Everything about Scarecrow's aesthetic shapes him to be in DBD in my opinion, and I personally hope that the devs one day consider adding him. As for Scarecrow's basic killer stats, I can see him being a tall killer with normal movement speed, that being 4.6 ms, and 32 meter tear radius. When it comes to Scarecrow's power overall, the most important part about it would be the fear meter. At the start of the trial, Scarecrow plagues the entire map with fear gas, giving the survivors a fear meter. Survivors' fear meters would passively increase, similar to Judge's Nightfall. The reason Scarecrow pre-ignites the fear gas at the start of the trial is to basically have a reason for the survivors to have a fear meter that passively increases in the first place. Scarecrow infects the map, having the fear gas linger about all around indefinitely, giving him endless possibilities within his power. The basis of Scarecrow's gameplay will revolve around aim precision, teleportation, management, map strategy, stealth, and AI commands. Scarecrow is a mild combination of these killers in some way, shape, or form. Clown, Unknown, Hag, Dredge, Sadako, Doctor, Knight, Nemesis, Vecna, and Twins. As the concept goes on, you will start to see how Scarecrow's power can be pretty similar to these selected killers in specific ways. For the fear meter that survivors are affected with at the beginning of the trial lies 3 stages that occur when survivors' fear meters begin to increase. At Fear Toxin Stage 1, Scarecrow can command hallucinations to use interactions. After hallucinations have used a certain interaction, like vaulting a window or sitting on top of a drop pallet, those interactions are blocked for a certain amount of time. However, Scarecrow has to command the hallucination to use one interaction at a time until that interaction is done being blocked. When Scarecrow commands the hallucination to use a certain interaction, Scarecrow must wait until the interaction is complete in order for that interaction to become blocked. So this is almost like a much mediocre Vecna, and that pink add-on for night that allows the guards to block windows. It's like a combination of the two. In Fear Toxin Stage 2, Scarecrow's tear radius is reversed. So if Scarecrow is close by, from the affected survivor's POV, he sounds like he's far away. If he's far away, he sounds like he's close by. If he's undetectable, his tear radius would be heard around random locations away from him. In Fear Toxin Stage 3, hallucinations basically have a mind of their own and start to throw you off. Hallucinations will appear roaming outside of Scarecrow's tear radius. Hallucinations will appear out of lockers. Hallucinations will follow survivors' scratch marks and follow survivors for a brief period if they're detected by hallucinations. So of course this would be pretty similar to Nemesis zombies and how they can attack survivors. However, hallucinations cannot break pallets or vault windows. Survivors must hide behind structures to avoid being seen by hallucinations. If a hallucination reaches a survivor, the hallucination will explode into fear gas. Scarecrow can take control of a selected hallucination temporarily whilst remaining in his current position and make the hallucination explode into fear gas himself. If a survivor that's already in Stage 3 gets hit with the controlled hallucination, they'll lose a health state. If a survivor that's not on Fear Toxin Stage 3 gets hit with a controlled hallucination, they gain the whole Fear Toxin stage. Survivors can escape Fear Toxin Stage 3 by snapping out of it, just like the Doctor. However, the survivor would be hit with continuous skill checks that can potentially go counterclockwise. If the survivor messes up a skill check, they remain infected by the fear toxin for 20 additional seconds before they can try escaping again. If the survivor succeeds in the skill checks, the survivor's fear meter will reset. When Scarecrow plays as a hallucination, the hallucination can't vault windows or break pallets, but moves at very fast speed. There are a max of 2 hallucinations for each affected survivor that can spawn around them and assist Scarecrow. If hallucinations are currently around a survivor while Scarecrow approaches that survivor, one of the hallucinations will disappear while the other can assist Scarecrow. So 2 hallucinations and Scarecrow can be on you at once while in Fear Toxin Stage 3. Only 1 hallucination can. Hallucinations move at a speed of 4.2 ms. Controlled hallucinations move around the same speed as Victor, which I would say is around 8.0 ms, if not 8.2 ms, but definitely around that speed if not a bit faster. Scarecrow can throw fear bombs at the ground that ignite fear gas. Fear bombs will work like a grenade, so as soon as the prompt is pressed to throw it, it can instead be held to be thrown at the right time to explode in a survivor's face, or work like an impact grenade for as soon as it hits the ground. If a survivor is caught by the fear bomb, it will increase their fear meter. Scarecrow can alter his throwing style between an overhand and underhand, making it easier for him to manage his altitude for better throwing distance. Scarecrow comes with 5 fear bombs that can be reloaded whenever, just like the clown reloading his bottles. The blast radius of fear bombs are similar to Unknown's UVX, meaning it can bounce off surfaces if it's thrown early and not held for impact like an impact grenade, and Clown's pink bottle considering the gas. So it's like an impact blast but has a lingering effect of fear gas. The longer survivors linger around the fear gas, the more their fear meter will increase. Scarecrow can place fear canisters around the map that ignite by his command, or if survivors come close to it. Scarecrow can also place fear canisters on surfaces like walls, low structures, and objects to better conceal the fear canisters. Survivors caught in the blast radius of the fear canisters will increase their fear meter, also leaving a lingering effect of fear gas. Scarecrow comes with 5 fear canisters. If Scarecrow uses more than 5 fear canisters, the first fear canister he used will be removed, replaced by the new fear canister. I guess this recycling process will work just like Demo's portals, Hag's traps, or Freddy's snares. You get the idea. If survivors crouch walk towards a fear canister, they can deactivate them for 45 seconds, before they automatically reactivate. This will of course be just like Hag's trap removal and Singularity's biopods being reactivated. When Scarecrow activates a fear canister, he must wait 10 seconds in order to reactivate that same fear canister. Anytime fear gas is activated or is spread across the map, a prompt will appear for Scarecrow to teleport to that part of the fear gas. The teleportation speed would be very similar to Sadako's projection speed, except with Scarecrow, he could teleport relentlessly, meaning there is no limit or cooldown to how many consecutive times Scarecrow can teleport to fear gas. He can be at one place, then another, as he pleases. So if Scarecrow was to throw his fear bomb, after it's done detonating, he can teleport to that area of the fear gas. If Scarecrow or a survivor activates a fear canister, Scarecrow can teleport to that area of the fear gas. If a hallucination or controlled hallucination explodes, Scarecrow can teleport to that area of the fear gas. When Scarecrow teleports through the fear gas, he is undetectable for a short duration. Survivors can be sent to Fear World when put into the dying state, where a huge AI Scarecrow is in control, just like in Batman Arkham Asylum. While in Fear World, survivors must collect 3 batteries that activate a spotlight. Survivors must shine the spotlight at Scarecrow in order to escape Fear World. There will be certain interactions while survivors are in Fear World, like having to interact with levers to open locked doors that have batteries in the next room, or just doors that lead onward in general, opening up chests that have batteries in them, opening up vents with quick skill checks to hurry onward and open it. Survivors also have base diversion while in Fear World, being given unlimited pebbles that can be used every 8 seconds after usage. Pebbles in Fear World will be used to distract Scarecrow for a brief period while the survivor can continue escaping. Survivors have base urban evasion and fixation without scratch marks while in Fear World. This is to increase the pace while in field world, and there will also be low structures that the survivors must crouch behind in order to avoid detection by Scarecrow. If survivors are caught in field world, they are sent back to the physical realm on a hook. They lose a chunk of their hook state progress and suffer the broken status effect for 30 seconds after being rescued on hook. If survivors escape field world, they become healthy. They are teleported away from where they were previously downed and away from Scarecrow. Their fear meter resets, but Scarecrow can see the survivor's aura for a certain amount of time. Survivors are timed for 1 minute while in field world. If they don't escape in time, they're automatically detected by Scarecrow. Survivors not in field world cannot interact with the survivors that are in field world. Scarecrow starts the trial with 8 field world tokens. After the tokens are consumed, they cannot be restored, meaning Scarecrow can perform field world on survivors only 8 times in a single trial. If you sat through this entire concept, I just want to say thank you for watching. If Scarecrow ever came to DVD, I'd love to see him play just like this, if not pretty similar to this. As long as he's fun and faithful to the source material, I just know I'll love his inclusion in DVD. I especially will love it if they really added the inclusion of field world, as I feel that would be extremely cool and nostalgic to actually play in Scarecrow's nightmare, just like from Arkham Asylum. In Arkham Asylum, Batman had to mantle up structures and such to avoid Scarecrow's detection. So in DVD, I could see some areas where Batman had to climb being replaced by simple stairs from which the survivors can navigate, if they wanted to copy some of the layouts from the Arkham Asylum game. What I also love about Scarecrow's Nightmare is that it looks like you're playing a retro platform arcade game, something like Mario or something like that. It's the camera angle for me. I think seeing something like that in DVD would be dynamic and of course different from anything we ever seen before for a killer to send you to. Aside from Scarecrow's Nightmare being added, I'll just love it if Scarecrow can play in a way where it feels like you're truly in his domain and he's in full control. That's why he would have so much power capability when it comes to his fear toxin, making it feel like he can do whatever he wants. Maybe one day we will see Scarecrow get added with something like this, but as for now, that remains as a wish and something I'd hope for. Which 9 times out of 10, yeah, it most likely is not gonna happen this way. Which is okay, I guess. Anyways, I know it's been a minute, guys, and I'm sorry for the long delay in uploading, but life just hits you at times, you know? Plus, I always take quality into consideration nowadays with these videos. I will of course continue to upload no matter what, but I want to work on uploading more consistently when it comes to videos overall. But concepts like this will definitely take some time. I'm talking too much now. But love y'all always, take care. I'ma see you on the next one. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and peace.
Oh, there you are. You failed. Now suffer.